Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be creating this glass effect title slide for a glass effect template in PowerPoint. All right, let's get started. So I already have PowerPoint open. You can go ahead and create a new PowerPoint file like I've done. So I'm just going to delete these two text boxes. We're not going to need them. Next up, I'm going to grab an image. So the image we're going to use in this video, the link is going to be in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check that out and download the image. So it's going to be this one, and I'm just going to grab it and bring it into our presentation. So next up, I'm going to go over to this option under picture format, go over to this option crop, and I'm going to grab this handle all the way to the left, grab this handle all the way to the right, come over to crop and then select the fill option. I'm going to click on escape to close that dialog. Now select this image, Ctrl D to duplicate to create another copy. And now I'm going to right click on the image, and now we are going to format picture. Under picture format, come over here to picture and then expand picture corrections. Here where it says sharpness, reduce it till it's minus 100 degrees. So this is just going to take a moment, and we're going to have our blur effect on our image. Now I'm going to copy this image. So this image will have this blur effect on. Copy this image and then delete it. And I'm going to move this image to the side, select the background. Now we can format the background. Now we're going to select picture or texture fill for the fill of our image, and then select clipboard for the fill of our background. Now I can just return this image back to fill the entire background. Next up, let's insert some shapes, starting with a rectangle. So either under the home tab or the insert tab, whichever one you choose. So I just move to the insert tab, go over to shapes, and I'm going to insert a rectangle and just sort of draw one here. Now I'm going to go over to shape outline, and I'm going to select no outline. Let's go over to the dimensions. The height of this rectangle is going to be 10.5 and the width is going to be 18. Let's move this rectangle so that it's on the center as well as the middle. If you're having problem with finding that, you can use the align option. So you can use align, align center, align middle. If it's under shape format, there are many ways you can find this shape home. Yeah, so just use the align options to align this rectangle to the center. Next up, we're going to need a rounded corners rectangle. So I'm going to come over to home or insert, whichever one. Under the home tab, go over to shapes, and we are going to use the shape, the rectangle with rounded corner. Select this, and I'm just going to, let's draw this rectangle like this. And I'm going to drag this yellow handle till our corners of our rectangle will go as far our corners will be rounded as much as it can go. Now we're going to also remove the outline, and let's change the color to anything. It doesn't have to be. I'm just going to change it to orange because it's just there. I just want something that will contrast with our image so that we can tell what we're doing. So for the height of this rectangle, we're going to make the height 1.5 and the width is going to be 4 cm. And now I'm just going to grab this rectangle and bring it, let's see here. So it's probably not going to be equal or the same for everybody, but that's fine. We just want to sort of create an effect. So I'm going to select this one and just place it there. And next up, I'm just going to create another copy of this. So I'm going to hold Control and drag this to create another copy. So we want to have two different colors. So just come over to fill and pick any color that will contrast with, like it will stand out. So let me pick, let me see this plum color. Anyone will work. So I'm just going to place it here. There's a bit of space. Don't worry, we're going to fix that. So I'm going to select this to create copies till we have, I'm going to create another copy of this orange one so that we'll have a total of 7 rectangles. Now let's make sure you can see I don't know if you can tell, but in between we have gaps. If you don't have gaps, that's fine. But let's just clean this up. So I'm going to select this rectangle and this first rounded corners rectangle. Under shape format, go to align, and then I'm going to align top just to make sure. And this I'm going to move it down because I want to align. I'm going to move it up. I want to align bottom. Select the rectangle, rounded corners rectangle, align, and then I'm going to align bottom. Now I'm going to select all of these rounded corners rectangle. Under shape format, align, we are going to distribute vertically. And now we are not going to have any spaces. I'm going to select all of this and I'm going to hold Control and Shift to keep it aligned so that we don't have the rectangles moving around. I'm just going to move it to this side. So you should have something that looks like this. For this next part, maybe I should have done something that will make it easier for you to see what I'm doing, but we can still just do that. I'm going to zoom out. Let me just select all of these rounded corners here. Go over to fill and let's make transparency 50%. Or maybe that's let me make it 30%. That way you could be able to see the edge of the rectangle behind, so you can still see the edge of the rectangle so you can see the placement. Once again, select all of these rectangles. Let's go to fill and we'll make transparency 30%. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it back so I can fit. So this way you can still see the outline of the rectangle behind it while also seeing these rectangles. So for this, let's leave this one at first like this. I'm going to use my right arrow key to sort of move this one in a bit and then select this one. I'm going to move it out. Let's say something like this. I'm going to select this one. Let me move it outward to, let's see, even more than the one that is above it. I'm going to select this one, move it out just a little bit. Then this, bring it in. Let me see, something that looks like this. For this, let me bring it out like this. So I'm just going to, once again, for everybody, it's not going to be the same since I'm just kind of moving it around. But you can see this is the edge of the rectangle and we just move this rounded corners rectangles around a bit. I'm going to come over to this one. I'm going to use my arrow to move this just a little bit like out to the right. This I'm going to move to the right as well, just a little bit more than the other one. I'll head on top of it. This we're also going to move out just a bit more. Let me move this one back a bit. Let's move on to the fourth one. I'm going to move it to the left this time. This I'm going to move to the right. This I'm going to move to the right, but I'm also going to move it quite a bit. Let me see, something like this. And this I'm just going to leave as it is. So once again, it's not going to be perfect, but just go sort of like this effect. So this is what we have for now. Now that we have all of this, let me zoom out once again. I just want to return their opacity to their transparency back to 0. Sometimes when you're working with merge options, it may affect the final product, so I'm just going to remove it so we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to return their transparency back to 0. Now I'm going to hold Control and Shift, select this first one, and I'm going to move this out to create a copy of this, and I'm going to just move it out here, and I'm going to reduce this, and what I'm going for is 1.5 by 1.5. So it's essentially a circle, and I just changed the dimensions to 1.5 by 1.5. I'm going to hold Control and bring this one to be aligned with this one, and I'm going to change the width to 3 cm, and I'm going to move it here, and let's see, somewhere around here. I'm going to grab a copy of this, hold Control, bring it down to this one, align it with this rectangle. Here, I'm going to use my arrow key. Let me sort of bring it closer, and then I'm going to grab a copy of this one and then bring it here. So it will be aligned to this one like this. Maybe I can bring this one closer. And I'm going to grab a copy of this rectangle again, bring it here. Let's see, I can bring it closer. Why not? I'm going to grab a copy of this one, hold Control, bring it here like this. And I'm going to grab a copy of this, hold Control, drag to create a copy, and then just move it to be aligned to this one. And then finally, I'm going to grab a copy of this, hold Control and drag to create a copy. And I'm just going to place it here. So I'm now going to use my merge options to create that wavy shape. What you're going to do, select this rectangle first, and then select the orange rectangles. So the orange rounded corners rectangle, this, only the ones overlapping with the blue rectangle. So only for me, the orange ones. So the ones that are touching the top and bottom. Leave these ones in between and don't select these ones as well. Under shape format, let's go over to the merge options and we are going to select union. While this shape, this new freeform shape is selected, select it and then select these pink rectangles or whatever color yours are. Select the larger one first. Go over to merge options under shape format and then subtract. Now I can now select all of this. Go back to shape format. Under the merge options, we're going to select union. And now we have a single shape that is this. We just have a single freeform shape. Now I'm just going to go over to align center, and for me it just moves right a little bit. So now that we have this shape, we can now go ahead and create a glass effect. So while we have this shape, this new shape selected, let's go over to fill. And then for fill, we're going to use slide background fill. Let's go over to the effects and then expand shadows. Under presets, let's use this one. So we're going to use one under the inner. So we're going to use the inner center option. Let's change the color of the shadow to white. Transparency is going to be 15%. The blur is going to be 5. Blur is going to be 15 points. I believe it's points. Angle is going to be 5 degrees. And distance is going to be 2 points. So if you want, you can just go ahead and take a moment to look at these settings for our shadow. So now we have this glass effect. Finally, we're just going to go ahead and add our text for this video. So let's go over to insert. I'm going to select text box and I'm going to go to my notes. This note is also going to be in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check that out and copy it. So I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste. I'm going to select text box. I'm going to use the font I want to use is Script. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Script condensed, and size is going to be 60. Let's change the color of the text to white, and I'm just going to expand this, and then we'll want glass on one line and then effect templates on another line. Let's change the alignment of text to center. And I'm just going to maybe bring it around here. Align the text to the center, just like this. Next up, we're going to need a line. So I'm currently in the home tab. You can either go to the home or insert. Under the home tab, just go to shapes and I'm going to select this line. Hold shift down so that we can have a perfectly straight line like this. And I'm going to change the width to just 13 cm, and we are going to go over to shape outline, change the color of the line to white, go to align center. So it's going to align it to the center of our slide. Next up, go over to either home or insert. Anyone will do. I'll go to insert. Let's go over to shapes, and I want a circle. I'm going to go over to outline, select no outline, and then under fill, change the fill to white, and the dimensions is going to be 0.5 by 0.5. And I'm just going to grab this handle and bring it here. So I want to align it to the center, so it's on the center of the slide. And I'm just going to select the line. So hold Control or Shift and then select the line and circle. Go to align middle, and then Control G to group. Finally, for our next text box, we can just create a copy of this. I'm just going to change the size first, so it doesn't get messy. I'll change the size to 20. Let me go over to my notes, and I'm going to grab the other line of text, and I'm going to right click and then paste. Let's change the font of this to Avenir Next. So I'm going to use Avenir Next, or you could use Aptos, anyone would do. So I'll just change it. I didn't select the text box, so it didn't have. I'm just going to change that. So the size is 20, color is white, and just to make sure, align the text to center. So I'm just going to, let me see. I guess for me, the spacing is fine for what I have here. I'm going to select all three just to make sure their spacing is equal. Go over to align, and we are going to distribute vertically. And then I'm going to use Ctrl G to group. Go to align, and I'm also going to align middle, just like this. And yeah, with that, we have the title slide for our glass effect template. So let me just open it in the presentation view. So this is what it looks like. All right, that is it for this tutorial. If you enjoy watching this video and you want to watch more like this, you can either click on the video on screen right now or check out the description box below to the links to the other videos that will be in this series for this entire template or similar content. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.